My clients come to me, they often have one of three problems. I think the first one is time. I think all business owners really struggle with time. They're busy doing what they're really good at, and they know that they need the content, but they can't sit down and write it themselves. The second problem a lot of people have is confidence. I think a lot of people don't see themselves as writers. Perhaps they didn't enjoy writing at school, or perhaps it's just something that they always feel a little bit unsure about, whether they're managing to communicate themselves in the way that they want to. And so I can come along and sound like them, but on their very best day. And I think that's a real key part of my job. And then the third one is people who give it a go, and then when they've got their finished piece of content, they just don't feel confident in it. They feel that it's not really communicating with their customers in the way that they really want to, or maybe it just doesn't feel like them, and they don't feel they've got the tone of voice quite right. And so I can kind of take their starting point and turn that into something that feels a bit more polished, or perhaps has a tone of voice that fits a bit better with their audience.
How to get a business or share your business ideas on the press? Do anything you can suggest or assist businesses with?
Yeah, so I think a lot of the small independent businesses that I work with, I don't think see PR as something that they can do. I think a lot of people think of PR as something that big businesses do. But actually that couldn't be further from the truth. You know, I've had so much success with lots of small local businesses, getting them into all kinds of magazines, newspapers, you know, even on TV or on radio. And I think it comes down to, first of all, knowing your audience. So where are the people that you want to talk to, and what kind of things are they reading or listening to? I think then it's about coming up with a truly newsworthy story, and that's where a lot of businesses fall down. I think they think that they haven't got news to tell, but actually if you're an expert in your area, you've probably got lots of great tips and advice that you can give to people at home that they can use, which demonstrates your expertise. So it's useful for the readers or the people watching or listening, but also it's useful for your business because it's showing people what an expert you are in that sector. And the key to getting yourself into the press is to write a really great press release. And anybody can do that. It's got some simple steps. It's about having, you know, a really strong headline that tells the journalist what your story is going to be about. It's about having a really good summary as your first paragraph, which tells the reader what the story is going to be about, and then it's about including some good, interesting detail. I think as humans we really love detail, so putting in the minutiae of what your business is all about often goes down really well.
Why is highly important for every business to have a blog on the website?
I think people underestimate the power of a blog. I think blogs have become something that business owners kind of sigh when they hear the word. But actually, if you want to keep your website fresh without having to constantly recreate it in its entirety, if you want to answer all those questions that you know your customers and potential customers have got, and if you want to have your website work really well for SEO and pop up in search engine results, then a blog can be a really powerful tool. The best way to use it is to share your expertise, educate people in everything that you know about really in depth, so that people can see that you're the expert and then they want to come and use you as a business.
Please tell us, are you able to help any businesses with blog content as well?
Yes, definitely. I think as a writer, my job isn't to have the expertise. That's, you know, you have that as the business owner. So my job is to listen to your expertise and then to communicate that in a way that's really clear and easy for your customers to understand.
This must be in the homepage and separate from contact us page.
Your homepage, the best way to think of it is that is the front of your shop, if you had a bricks and mortar shop. So the very first view that people see needs to tell the reader, first of all, what it is you do, and lots of people actually forget that bit, who you are, and then also how you do that differently to everybody else. So that wants to be front and centre. Then the rest of your homepage is there to give the kind of overview of what differentiates you from the rest of the competition. So that could be, you know, why people should work with you. It might be a little bit on your ethos. It's definitely great to include some testimonials or some case studies perhaps. And then you should always finish your homepage with a really clear call to action, which tells people what to do next if they want to get in touch with you.